Hi guys, if you can't afford to buy it, send me an email address in the comments and I'll supply it free. I wonder if you know what we've lost. I've been reflecting on it probably for a lot of years now. When I was a child, it wasn't much of a childhood. Both my parents were criminals, and that led me into 30 years of organised crime. And I saw all the technology come through my life and disappear. And I remember probably 7 or 8 years old, we had a radio, and at night time after dinner, my parents and myself, we turned the radio on and we all sat around and we sang together to the radio. And then one day, my father brought home a 19-inch Astor black and white television set. We never sang again. And I thought, wow, what a loss. And I was probably 8 at that point. And television consumed the family. Then it went to colour television. And by then I was in my 20s, I think, or getting close to it. And then cell phones dropped on us. We had bag phones, we had the original Nokias and the Philips Fizz. I never took a plan with a phone. I always bought my phone. So being an organised crime, I had a lot of money, and I've always been financially very, very successful. And I had commercial businesses to wash the money and clean it. And they were all very successful businesses. But then I heard the word apps, and it took me a while to work out what apps were, but not too long. And I thought, the end is in sight. I mean, we're really going to pay a penalty for this. And we've paid a terrifying penalty. I use functional apps. I don't use a calculator. I do complex mathematic equations in my head automatically. I don't use spell checkers. I don't require that. I find apps only good for one thing for me, and that's that I can have free communication. I can talk to people where we used to pay Optus and Telstra in Australia exorbitant fees to have a discussion and to have communications with people. Now there's so many platforms where it's free and we don't use it. We've turned in to texters where everyone wants to text. I've actually just gone through my contact list and I think I've got 5 or 6 contacts left. I just deleted almost everything from my devices. People are in there that have been collected over the years, and we don't communicate. We don't talk. We only have a conversation when we want something out of each other. There's got to be a currency involved, or there's no communication. But texting has taken intimacy out of human relationships. Where you could listen to someone's voice and look into their eye and hear the timbre of their voice, you automatically knew if they were unhappy, sad, glad, angry. You don't know anymore. It's all bullshit. And we've allowed it to happen, we've accepted it, and we think it's the norm. I, in fact, are one of the last holdouts. I text on some issues of business where I have no other means of communicating because it earns an income that goes to my wife. If it were not doing something for my wife, I would never text at all. If you're not happy to take a call off me where we can see each other, I don't want to know you. I really don't. I mean, all I get is a constant barrage of bullshit text. None of it means anything. Nothing has value. As I said, there's no communion, there's no fellowship, there's no love involved. And you think it's normal. And you give it to your kids and think it's normal. Wow. And now we've got AI. And we're going to stop thinking. We're going to stop doing. We're going to lose imagination and curiosity. As again, I will be a holdout. I will never lose those things because I've got an active brain that seeks information, and I like to find it for myself. I don't need an electronic medium telling me what's good for me and what's bad for me. I can work that out. I'm an adult and I'm clever, and I enjoy to keep my mind active and to use my hands to create things. You'll never create anything with a cell phone. Nothing at all. Just a failed life. That's all you're going to get out of it. And AI will take us to robotics, where we'll no longer need to mow the lawn ourselves. We won't need to cultivate flowers. We won't need to put chlorine in the pool. You won't have to go to the shop yourself. You won't have to open and shut a door. You'll have a car that drives itself. I mean, if you can imagine that as being a good, healthy and constructive lifestyle, you don't even realise you're looking at the end. Every civilization ceases, and it ceases for a reason. I've always thought it probably ceased because of money and affluence, and we're going to find out. But if you think our society is getting better as a result of what we have now, you'd have to be a fool. And you're looking forward to getting lazier still. Wow. Good luck, guys. I guess I'll be around for a while because I'm not going to take part in it. You have a great day. Bye.